so good that your viewers can't.
This is how to edit a killer YouTube video to blow up your channel. Watch closely because even the best script with most stunning.
Today I'm gonna show you how I started editing completely from
For
scratch.
$200,000 from editing.
If you use After Effects, you made the best choice. You probably got nice quality and awesome 3D animations. If you use CapCut, you probably like men.
Here's how to edit videos that go viral and make you a ton of money in the process.
I going deep into some of the biggest creators on the planet's videos and discovered 5 editing strategies they use to keep their viewers hooked.
Your first video is not going to get views. Period. It's not. Your first 10 are not going to get views. I can assure you.
Fuck video editors, that's the title, and here's why. Now don't get me wrong, video editors are not bad, but a lot of knowledge about them is really misinformed. But having a good video editor with a fancy graphics will not make your video good. I've had to say this so many times. Having a great video editor with fancy graphics will not make your video good, and it will not go viral just because of that. Why? Okay, so let's cover the basics of video creation. We have pre-production, production, and post-production. Post-production is the last step we have, and video editors fall in this category. By ignoring the first two and investing in the last one, it will not make your video great. I'm sorry. You basically, by ignoring the first two, you made a pile of shit, and by investing in the post-production, you add a little bit of cream on it, and you're saying, look, a tasty chocolate cake. It will not have a taste as a chocolate cake, at least I think so, I have never tried that. It will still be a piece of shit. Now, in my opinion, pre-production is the most important part of any video creation. And that's not only me, listen to these content creators.
It comes down to the lack of preparedness in pre-production.
Pre is greater than post.
Social media agencies or gurus will tell you to do, which is follow the trends. I'm just gonna go out and do that without any analysis. And 99% of people that try that fail.
Most creators, to an extent, maybe don't do enough thought into pre-production, kind of dive into production, hand it off to the editor and say, figure this out.
When the stuff sucks, they say, we'll fix it in post.
So if you're not a spontaneous video creator, what do I mean by that? If you don't record your reactions or your friends and you're trying to make something funny spontaneously, then this doesn't really apply to you. But if you're not, know this. A good pre-production is a must-have, and the fancy graphics are nice to have. The big difference is fancy graphics are really expensive with money, and pre-production is really expensive with time. And trust me when I say you cannot rush pre-production. The more input you put in it, the better output you will get. Now, how much time should you really invest in this? It really depends. Some people invest days, some weeks, months, and some of the most successful movies invest years in pre-production. Now, don't worry, you don't have to invest years into your content marketing. Here's 3 simple steps that can make your pre-production better. First, know your why, what, and for who you're making your content. As you can see, I've used that formula in my trailer. I answered for who this channel is, what kind of content we're making here, and why I'm making this YouTube channel. By answering these 3 simple but not easy questions, you'll have a much better idea what kind of content you should make. And your ideas for videos will come so much faster. Second step, title, thumbnail, and bullet points. First, now when you have an idea what kind of content you want to make your title in the best context you make, to be understood by the vastest majority of your audience. And it's even better if the viewers outside your audience can understand what you're talking about. The context in video is so much important. It makes your video more understandable by the vastest majority of your viewers, and you will enable yourself to have more viewers. After your title, make your thumbnail, or have an idea of your thumbnail, and make it support your title. So when the viewer sees it, he will have a better idea what he's gonna watch. Now, bullet points. What do I mean by bullet points? That's more for the script. So when you're making your script, write down the bullet points that you want to cover in your video. So when you write the script, you will have a better idea of the path you should follow while making your script, and you will go through that script really fast. And the third is the hook. Now, the hook is your first 7 to 30 seconds of your video, and it should support your first and the second step, so the viewer actually knows what he's going into. Now I have the fourth, that's the bonus one, and that's storyboarding. That's for production and post-production. These are my latest. These are for my graphic design. You kind of scramble down what you want to make, what's the idea, how the video should look, and what kind of shots do you want to record. It will make your creative process so much faster, and you will not have any blocks while making it. This little storyboarding has saved me so much time. I highly recommend this. The one thing I want you to remember, the more specific you get with all of these steps, the better. The goal is to reduce the luck power in the success equation as much as possible, and this will do exactly that. So one last thought before you leave. I want to tell you a bit about video editors. I'm a video editor myself. I know. Yeah, I know. I said to fuck myself basically at the start of my video. And video editors are really important. If you make your pre-production and production great, then having a great post-production will have a massive difference, believe me. But you have to first master your pre-production. A great post-production can really change the success of your video and retention rate, but without a great pre-production and production, it really has no use. Also, let's debunk motion graphics. Great video editing isn't motion graphics. Of course, motion graphics are really hard, really time consuming, and there are really talented people who can make great motion graphics. But it is really expensive, and it's really here to make your videos more comprehensible. So please, if you're starting out, please leave those motion graphics designers alone with your lowball options like $10 or $40 or $100 for a video. It's really time consuming and you don't have the money to pay them, and it will not make your video so much greater. There is so much that goes into a great video, and pre-production is one of them. I'm not sure how to pronounce his name, Brandon Kane. I'm just gonna call him Brandon. He made a book about hook point and how to get $1 million and how to make 1 million followers in 30 days. They're really interesting books, I've read them and I really recommend them. Hopefully they will give you a new perspective on video creation. So if you enjoyed this video, throw a below that subscribe button and let me know what kind of struggles do you have, so I can have a better understanding what kind of videos I should make to help you. Anyways, that's it from me. Keep being creative and stay original.